What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. First of all, stop comparing Nicki Minaj to Colin Kaepernick. And stop bringing up Kaepernick every time somebody got beef with JayZ. Let's get that out the way early. Because what we're seeing right now is a pattern. A dangerous, delusional, disconnected pattern. A pattern where people don't like the power JayZ has, so they want to pull his name into every personal feeling they experience. Nicki Minaj has a long-standing issue with JayZ. We gonna get into that. But first, Colin Kaepernick. Yes, the same Colin who took a knee. The same Colin who stood up against police brutality. And the same Colin who turned a real movement into a personal ego trip.
Yeah, I said it.
When JayZ came to the table to work with the NFL, people lost their minds. They called him a sellout, said he turned his back on Kaepernick. But here's what nobody wants to admit. Colin Kaepernick ain't even want to be a part of the league no more. How do I know? Because when he had his moment, when JayZ helped set up a workout, when cameras were ready, when teams were present, he changed the location. He changed the rules. He changed the script. And for what? For control, for image, for theater. Don't tell me you want in and then sabotage the entry point. That ain't strategy. That's pride. And pride gonna cost you opportunity every time. You don't have to agree with JayZ, but you cannot ignore what he did for Kaepernick. You cannot ignore that he got him in the room and Kaepernick fumbled. The same people screaming JayZ sold out ain't never been in a boardroom, ain't never negotiated a brand, and ain't never built a bridge. Now let's shift to Nicki. I'm gonna say something a lot of people been thinking, but ain't nobody had the guts to say. Why is Nicki Minaj always acting like JayZ is her enemy? I mean, really think about it. Every time something don't go her way, Roc Nation gets blamed. Every time a tour gets delayed, it's Desiree Perez's fault. Every time she don't win an award, she looking at Hove. It's almost like she can't believe that her fall off was self-inflicted. But guess what? It was. And I'm not saying that out of hate. I'm saying that out of facts. She's been fighting ghosts for 10 years. And that ain't Jay's fault. That ain't Roc Nation's fault. Sometimes the reason people stop rocking with you ain't because you got blackballed. It's because you stopped growing. Now enter Nessa Diab, Colin Kaepernick's lady. A woman who has been down for her man. And I respect that. But I gotta call it what it is. A stretch. A huge Hall of Fame level reach. She said JayZ and Desiree Perez ran a smear campaign against Kaepernick. And now they're doing the same thing to Nicki Minaj.
Hold up.
Let's go back to the timeline. Roc Nation signed on to help the NFL address social justice concerns. It didn't say we here to fix Cap's career. You ain't gotta like it, but that's not a smear campaign. That's business. And last time I checked, Colin Kaepernick is still one of the most talked about athletes on this planet. He got a Nike deal, he got a Netflix documentary, he got speaking gigs, he got book deals, and yet folks still acting like he's a victim. I don't get it.
Here's where it gets scary.
When people start believing they're being targeted, when they start thinking every door closing is sabotage, when they stop being accountable for their own decisions, they turn into false martyrs. And false martyrdom is dangerous. It turns movements into monologues. It turns community into ego. And that's what Kaepernick and Nicki have both done in different ways. They took moments that could have been monumental and shrunk them down to personal grudges. You can't turn every industry challenge into a conspiracy. Sometimes it's just a game, and sometimes it's just you. Listen, JayZ is not your enemy. He ain't your savior either. He's a businessman, a strategist, a cultural architect. But guess what? He playing chess. And a lot of these folks out here still playing checkers. They see a move, but they don't understand the strategy. They see power, they assume control. And when things don't go their way, they look up the food chain and find the most powerful black man in the room and point the finger. Stop that. It's tired, it's lazy, and it's hurting the very movement they claim to protect. Let me make this clear. Colin Kaepernick was not sabotaged. He's self-sabotaged. And Nicki Minaj ain't being blackballed. She just ain't moving right. And JayZ, he been quiet, he's been calculated, and he's been right more than he's been wrong. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, Established Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.